Good evening, viewers, and welcome to today's news bulletin. Here are the headlines of the day. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma inaugurates MRI facility at Nazareth Hospital. Union Minister of State, Health and Family Welfare Dr. Bharati Praveen Power holds review meeting at Meghalaya. Implementation of NEP is a transition into a new system. Won't be simple, says Chief Minister Conrad Sangma. And physical progress of implementation of Jal Jeevan Mission in Meghalaya is 56.39%, informs PHE Minister. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma inaugurated an MRI facility at Nazareth Hospital, Shillong yesterday. The Chief Minister said that having an MRI here will be a huge step towards providing proper diagnostic service. He said that the government's strategy for the health sector goes beyond not only offering health and wellness services and considers the entire life cycle of the industry. The CMSDF provided Rs 25 lakhs for the MRI machine, and the Chief Minister added another 25 lakh rupees.
Of the cabinet day after tomorrow, in which major decisions will be made regarding the medical colleges of our state. We have been working on this for the last many months. In fact, it started in the last term itself. But day after tomorrow, we will be making some major announcements. Our Honorable Health Minister will make the announcements after we've passed in the cabinet, where we will be announcing the plans for at least 3 medical colleges that are there. And we'll be putting in a timeline on how long it will take, at the same time the money that's going to be spent on it and the working mechanism in which it will happen.
Union Minister of State for Health and Family Welfare, Dr. Bharati Praveen Power held a review meeting at Meghalaya today. The minister held review meetings on patient care and the research work which is being done in the institute. Dr. Power also reviewed the status of the projects implemented in the institute. It may be mentioned that the visit of the minister is part of the Ministry of Donor Initiative, where a union minister visits a particular state every fortnight. Commissioner and Secretary of Health and Family Welfare Joram Beda and Negrim's Director Dr. Nalin Mehta were also present during the review meeting, among others. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma yesterday said it is imperative that the genuine concerns and issues raised by the Meghalaya College Teachers Association on the implementation of the National Education Policy 2020 are addressed, responding to queries from journalists about the difficulties in the NEP's implementation in the state, considering the non-cooperation movement launched by the MCTA. Sangma said the college teachers are not against the NEP. According to him, the college teachers want to know how they go about it and how much support they're going to get. Asserting that there is no impasse as such, the Chief Minister said the implementation of the NEP is a transition into a new system and it is not going to be simple.
No impasse as such, it's a process. Please understand, NEP implementation is a transition into a new system. And transition into a new system is something that obviously is not so simple. And hence, we need to give a time to transit into the new system. And hence, that process is on. Is it easy? It's not. Why? Because we need more rooms. We need more disciplines. We need more teachers. Let us understand that it is a process. It does take time. There's a lot of funds involved. Question is, how do we organize it and how do we move forward in it? But bottom line is, there is no choice. We have to move forward. Everybody, all colleges also will agree that it is the right thing to do.
The physical progress of the implementation of the Jal Jeevan Mission in Meghalaya is 56.39%. Public Health Engineering Minister Marquis N. Marak said on Tuesday. He told reporters tap connections have been provided to 3,67,447 households, out of which targeted 6,51,556 households so far. According to Marak, they have been given a deadline of January 2024 to provide tap connections to all the targeted households. He said the department is now waiting for power connection in some villages in East Khasi Hills, East Jaintia Hills, West Jaintia Hills, Southwest Khasi Hills and in some districts in Garo Hills. The minister said as the laying of pipes has already been completed, the department will be able to provide tap connections to around 80,000 households once there is power connection.
With regard to Jal Jeevan Mission implementation in Meghalaya, we have touched around 56.39% so far. So we are doing well, but there are some districts we are stuck up because of in need of power connections. So once the power connections are done, we will jump the numbers, because around 80,000 household will be connected once the power connection is completed.
Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma on Wednesday defended the government's decision to let out the ground floor of the commercial complex of Meghalaya House in Kolkata to a Shillong-based private firm. The ground floor of the complex on Russell Street was assigned to Rocky Dhar. The proprietor is the younger brother of Deputy Chief Minister Sneobalang Dhar. Sangma said it is important for the people to do their homework and know the details before asking why the property was allotted. He claimed the property remained unutilized for the last 15 years, resulting in the state government losing out on sizable revenue. Sangma said the government had taken up this matter in 2019 and decided to float a tender to let the property out.
You're talking of loss of crores of revenue for the state government. It's a beautiful asset which should have been tendered out a long time back. But we took up the matter and we decided that we must go ahead with this, because I had visited and I saw the halls just lying empty. I saw the tourism counter just being there and not really being that productive. The agriculture counter being there, but there's not much activity going on. And this is in the heart of Kolkata. But the point is that the procedure and the process has been followed, and the highest tender and the person who's given the highest revenue has been given. And more importantly, as I said, it was a huge loss of revenue for us, which we've been having for a long time. And I'm happy that this has been done now. And finally, we are going to start getting some revenue out of this location, which will obviously benefit the state.
The Public Health Engineering Department is preparing a proposal of more than Rs 2,000 crore for a water supply scheme of the new Shillong Township, PHE Minister Marquis N. Marak said on Tuesday. The minister informed that they are preparing the proposal to be submitted to the Centre for Funding. Meanwhile, Marak also claimed that Phase 3 of the Greater Shillong Water Supply Scheme is making good progress. He said issues such as obtaining permissions from the defence authorities for laying the main feeder and distribution pipes led to the delay of the GSWSS project. He also said the department has not set any fresh deadline for completing the project, but is trying to ensure it becomes a reality soon.
But with regard to Greater Water Supply Scheme, Shillong also is doing well. We are starting. We are trying our level best. Our chief engineer is extremely, doing well in terms of implementation of this one. I should say she is guiding the engineers in all the levels that is required. For the new Shillong Township, we are preparing the DPRs and all. It will be a totally separate scheme. Already started connecting with the Government of India for the funding and all. Not yet completed. It will cross 2,000 crores.
And now for the weather report. The maximum temperature recorded was 23.4 degrees Celsius and the minimum temperature was 18.2 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity in the morning was 91%, while it was 73% in the evening. The forecast says moderate rain is very likely to occur at many places. And before we wind up, here's the headlines once again. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma inaugurates MRI facility at Nazareth Hospital. Union Minister of State, Health and Family Welfare Dr. Bharati Praveen Pawar holds review meeting at Meghalaya. Implementation of NEP is a transition into a new system won't be simple, says Chief Minister Conrad Sangma. And physical progress of implementation of Jal Jeevan Mission in Meghalaya is 36.39%, informs PHE Minister. And with that, viewers, we've come to the end of today's edition of the News Bulletin. Do join us back tomorrow at the same time. Good night.